Hi everyone! Welcome back to MomNMeBeauty. Thank you so much for joining us again, and if you are new here, welcome. We are a mother-daughter duo. We post 2 beauty videos a week. On Mondays is Mom and Me Day, and on Thursdays is either Teen Take with Emma or Mom Moment with me. Today is a Mom Moment video. Today I will be reviewing the new Too Faced I Want Kandee by Kandee Johnson palette. I was unable to get my hands on all of the pieces from this collection, but I did want to show you how I created the eyeshadow look that I'm wearing today with this palette, as well as give my honest opinion about it. So without further ado, let's get started. So Kandee Johnson, I'm sure you all know, is very popular on YouTube. She's put out so many different videos. And so she collaborated with Too Faced to create this palette, and I'm so happy for her. I am so thrilled anytime a YouTuber is able to collaborate with a big brand. So I'm really excited for her that she was able to come out with this palette. And let's start the review. Let's just dive right into packaging. The packaging of this is made out of tin. It's a pretty sturdy metal. And it does, if you can see, it does have like a curve on the top, very reminiscent of the old school like chocolate boxes that even my parents used to get when they were little. And then when you open it up, the candy feel continues, old school candy feel. There is no mirror here. That is one thing I really do wish that was included with this. But you know, you've got so many other palettes that you can pull from, or even if you do your makeup in front of a mirror, then you don't necessarily need the mirror in the palette itself. On the other hand, if you like to travel with this, you're gonna have to make sure that you bring a mirror with you. So on the back of the packaging, they did put the individual colors of all the shadows in here, so that if you're like me and you're doing a YouTube tutorial, you can easily open up the palette so that the camera can see. And then I've got all of the names listed on the back, so I don't have to write it down or, you know, have a reference on the side. It's all right here. What I love, though, is instead of just putting the names of the individual rows, they also put like pictures of different candies that you can get. So I think that was really cute, very inventive, and it's just fun to look at, you know? So when you take a look at the colors that you're given, what they did was they sectioned it off into like quintuplets or even quadruplets, like quads, and they tried to keep similar colors or like monochromatic looks together. So over here you've got warmer tones, you've got like a nice coppery color, and then you also have this bright orange, a nice brown, and then your highlight like a champagne color. So that's one quad. Then they included like a pink tone quad. So you've got like a mid-tone pink here, a nice light icy pink. You've got a cool toned beige color, and then you've got what looks like hot chocolate, but it even looks like it's got some purple in it, like it pulls a cool dark brown. And then over on this side, which is the quad that I pretty much stuck to today for today's look, they've got like a nice mid-tone, almost grayish purple. They've got a cool tone purple here, then you've got your gray, and finally your black. And then they also have 3 highlighting colors, and you can also use these as your base or your washout. So they've got banana cream, ice cream, whipped cream. These 2 right here are matte. This is your shimmer, so you can use it to highlight your brow bone or even your inner corner if you would like. So I would say most of this palette is cool toned. This quad and this quad I think are cool toned. And then you've got this quad over here, which definitely pulls warmer. You can also mix and match. I have made looks where I've used these 2 purples up here, and then I've used some of these pinks in here. I have used a couple of these browns. I don't look good with copper or orange just because I have pink undertones, so I've so far avoided these 2 colors. But I think I've used, if I can remember correctly, I've used every other color in this palette. The consistency of these powders is very, very true to Too Faced. They're pretty creamy, not the creamiest I've ever tried or I've ever used, but they definitely are creamy. Very, very pigmented. You really only need to use a very light hand, not only to go into the pan to pick up the color on your brush, but also when you apply it to your crease or your lid. Definitely using Fix Plus, MAC Fix Plus, or any setting spray will intensify these shimmers. In this palette, you've got in each quad, so if you're looking at just the quads, 2 of the 4 colors are shimmer in this quad and in this quad. So these 2 are shimmer, this one's a shimmer, this one's a shimmer, and then in the last quad, the only shimmer in this one is Sugar Plum right here. The rest of them are matte. The matte colors tend to have a little bit more fallout and tend to need a lot more lighter hand, which leads me to think that they're pressed pigments, not pressed powders. The shimmers, like I said, if you want to apply them with MAC Fix Plus or with a setting spray, it definitely intensifies the shimmer and intensifies the color on your lid, which is what I did today with Sugar Plum. I applied it wet, and you'll see in the tutorial, and it really just made that color just pop. Now in the swatches, which I'm about to show you, the first set of swatches I did was the first quad and the second quad, and then I also added in the highlighters that are underneath both of these quads as well. Banana Cream Pie, you can see, shows up fairly well in the swatch underneath the warmer toned quad. Ice Cream, which is the highlight just underneath the second quad, didn't show up that well in the swatch, but I'm telling you, I've used it quite a bit as an under the brow highlight, and it works beautifully. It really does show up. It's got a lot of pigmentation. I'm not exactly sure why it did not show up in the swatch, but in any case, and then in the last swatch set, which you are seeing right here, you can see the 4 colors of the quad, and then I also added in whipped cream, which is the highlight just underneath that quad as well. And you can see just how shimmery and glowy that highlight is. It's just absolutely stunning. I have used that mostly in my inner corner as my inner corner highlight. Today I chose to use the Icy Pink from the second quad as my inner corner highlight, but both work really, really well for that purpose. So to create this eyeshadow look today, I've already applied my primer, and I also like to use the NYX Milk Makeup Stick or Makeup Crayon over top of the primer before I put on my eyeshadows, because I feel like it really intensifies any color that I put on my lid. And then to start off the look, I went into Raspberry Cocoa with a fluffy brush and applied this to my crease just to give my crease a little bit more depth. Next, I went into Sugar Plum, and this is my lid color. So I did apply some fixing spray to this to wet it, and then applied it to the lid. And the combination of the fixing spray and that NYX Makeup Crayon in Milk really does make this purple shadow pop, and the shimmer is just so intense. It's absolutely beautiful. And I apply this by just dabbing it over instead of sweeping, just dabbing it over top of that NYX Makeup Crayon. Next, I went into Licorice Rope, which is the black color, and I used a clean fluffy brush, and I applied this to my outer V and then blended the heck out of this just so that there wasn't like any harsh lines. When I had finished that, I felt like some of the Raspberry Cocoa that I applied as the first color was lost, and that black was a little bit too intense for me. So I did apply a little bit more of that just above my crease up towards my brow bone, and then blended the Raspberry Cocoa in with the Licorice Rope, so the matte purple with the black, and blended that in, and I really, really do like that effect. It's a lot more subtle, there's no harsh lines, and it defines my crease. Next, I took Raspberry Cocoa again and used this as my lower lash line color, just smudged it out over my lower lash line between my outer corner and inner corner. Then I went in with Banana Cream Pie, applied this to my brow bone just underneath my brow, and very, very thin line. I have very hooded eyes, severely hooded eyes, so you don't want to draw too much attention to that area of your eye if you're like me. Then I went in with Frosted Pink and applied this wet as well to my inner corner just to brighten things up. Then I threw on some eyeliner and mascara, and that is the completed look. So do I think that you need to run out and go buy this palette? No, I don't really think so. I mean, I have quite a few of these colors in other palettes that I own. Yes, I absolutely love this palette and I have been using it quite a bit. But for those of you who have several eyeshadow palettes at home, I can almost guarantee you that you can find the exact same color or even something very, very similar in something else you own. If you are just beginning to learn to apply makeup and you really need some guidance as far as putting colors together, then this is definitely a good palette for you, because it makes it so easy to create a look when you've got colors that work together all in the same area. So like I said, if you are just learning how to apply a crease color, transition color, an inner corner color, a highlight, a lid color, all that other stuff, this actually might be a good fit for you, because with the quad that I use, it's almost self-explanatory. If you know that you should put a matte in your crease, then there's your matte shade. A shimmer shade on your lid, then there's your shimmer shade. If you know that you've got to use like a really dark color in your outer V, all these colors work together to create the same monochromatic or same color scheme look. So that is a good thing that's working for this palette, and I really enjoy that. But it's also fun to play with if you're a little bit more advanced and you can mix and match colors. So you can create looks like maybe using one of these purples and one of the copper or the orange colors over here. If you already have quite an extensive eyeshadow collection, probably isn't something that you have to run out and buy. But if you're just starting out and you need some guidance when you create your eyeshadow looks, then this probably is a good purchase for you. Like I said, there are other pieces to this collection. There's a couple of lip glosses and I believe some blushes. I wasn't able to pick up any of those, but they did look like really fun colors, and if it's the same kind of formulation as the eyeshadows and all the other Too Faced products, then I think they're all gonna be winners. And that is it for today's Mom Moment review on the Too Faced and Kandee Johnson collaboration I Want Kandee eyeshadow palette. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give us a big thumbs up down below to let us know that you enjoyed this video and we can continue to bring more videos like this for you. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Like I said, we do post 2 videos a week. On Mondays is Mom and Me Day, and on Thursdays is either Teen Take with Emma or Mom Moment with me. In the comments section below, let me know if you've gotten this palette, if you find that the colors are easy to work with and you can create monochromatic or even mix and match the colors. Let me know what your thoughts are on the palette down below. Make sure that you share this video and our channel with your friends, because once Emma and I reach 100 subscribers, we are going to have our first ever giveaway on this channel, and believe me, we are so excited. So don't forget to share us with your friends. Make sure you connect with us on Instagram under MomNMeBeauty and with Emma under Emma_N_2004. Thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate it, and we cannot wait to see you in our next Mom and Me video. Bye everyone!